Good morning. It's 8:01 on WPLJ New York. 49 degrees Fahrenheit, 9 degrees Celsius right now. Sunny and seasonable today, tonight, and tomorrow. High today in the low 60s, and tomorrow in the mid-60s. Low tonight falling into the mid-40s, and the outlook for Sunday mostly cloudy with little temperature change. The WPLJ News is brought to you by Macy's new Action Down Under shop, 7th Avenue and 34th Street. The International Longshoremen's Association has rejected an undisclosed offer made by the 7 shipping companies which are targets of a union strike now in its second day. A longshoreman source says the offer was completely unsatisfactory. The workers struck early yesterday morning over a dispute centering on wages and container cargo handling. The hardest hit are the ports of New York and New Jersey. Some 5,000 dock workers refused to handle cargo from 6 vessels owned by the target companies. President Carter has scheduled a news conference this morning to release details of his anti-inflation program. The president is expected to tell of plans for voluntary discussions among government, labor, and business officials on wage and price policies. But administration officials say the program won't propose mandatory wage and price controls. The Justice Department's case against one of its own, a former FBI agent, has made for long faces at the Bureau of Investigations. FBI Director Clarence Kelly wrote to the Attorney General yesterday to register his protest against the indictment of John Carney on illegal wiretap and burglary charges. FBI spokesman Charles Monroe reads part of that letter.
Morale of the FBI has been seriously affected by the indictment of Mr. Carney. I feel that the American people need a dedicated, self-assured FBI, and therefore I have asked the Attorney General to review the matter again with the thought of considering the past problems of the FBI in the same light that was afforded the CIA. The thrust of the Department's resolution of that matter was based upon the principle that it is not possible to indict an era.
Former New York Supervisor John Carney was arraigned at federal court here in New York yesterday. 300 G-men dressed in suits and serious faces applauded him as he climbed the courthouse steps to his arraignment. Carney's accused of illegal bugging in efforts to collar alleged members of the Weather Underground before he retired from the FBI in 1972. The intervention of the State Health Department prevented a strike against 87 metropolitan area nursing homes early today. The state move came less than 3 hours before some 15,000 workers were to walk out and leave 18,000 elderly patients without nursing care. The threatened strike had been called for 6 a.m. today, but shortly before 4 a.m. a state health official announced the agreement. According to Glenn Hoffey, Deputy Health Commissioner for Health Planning, the state stood firm on its refusal to review and raise Medicaid reimbursement fees to give the nursing homes more money. However, he said the state agreed to undertake what he called a management assessment of facilities identified by the Metropolitan Nursing Home Association as being most in need of help. WPLJ News Time, 8:04.
So dress up in David Stevens, Europecraft, Lestrada, Metro, PDC, and Cutler, or dress easy in Levi's, India Garment, Forum, and Ace Smile. From T-shirts to designer suits, we got your style in Macy's Action Down Under shop. For guys and girls, too. Come on under. Action Down Under, Macy's new shop at 7th Avenue and 34th Street.
American Roman Catholic bishops have reported to the Vatican their top priority in the U.S. will be to bring about a change in the culture here. The bishops' report, prepared for the Fall International Synod of Bishops meeting, describes the U.S. society as a culture that has been deteriorating through divorce, abortion, increased crime and juvenile delinquency, drug abuse, alcoholism, sexual abuses, and deviations, etc. The prelate said the United States has been moving away from at least a semblance of allegiance to and practice of Christian values to the condition of a secularized and even amoral society. A window in the main post office at 120 Middle Street in Bridgeport, Connecticut, will be open until midnight tonight for late, last-minute filers of U.S. income tax returns. This word comes from Bridgeport Postmaster William Keller. Midnight tonight is the deadline by which all federal income tax returns must be postmarked. Newark, formerly the most crime-ridden major city in the nation, now ranks 23rd in crime according to FBI statistics for the nation's 57 largest cities. In New York right now, 49 degrees Fahrenheit and 9 degrees Celsius. Sunny and seasonable today, tonight and tomorrow. High today in the low 60s and tomorrow in the mid-60s. Low tonight in the mid-40s, and the outlook for Sunday, mostly cloudy with little temperature change and a chance of a few afternoon or evening showers. I'm Liz Fulton, WPLJ News.